welcome and thank you for joining us today for our Inspired Empowerment podcast. Today is Financial Friday, and starting off, I'm Rosie.
I'm two.
And this is Val.
All right, and before we get started, we have a few announcements.
All right, so this is the best part. Financial Friday is what I like is one of my favorite day, and
Not just because it's a Friday.
yeah, that's just a Friday, man. I mean, there's no Mondays or Friday for me. Every day is a work day for me. I'm a workhorse. But all right, I want to announce about employer, business owners. If you have employee, did you know that the state of California has mandated retirement plan? Okay, so just to let you know that by the year 2022, okay, if you have more than 5 employees, all right, you'll be mandated to provide an employer-sponsored retirement plan such as a 401k, or you will have to enroll your employee into the Cal Savers program. Just a reminder, this has already started for employer or business who has over 100 employees.
Yep.
Okay, and as of this year, it's for employer has over 50 employees. Okay, so I'm not trying to scare anyone, right? But if you don't do this within 90 days, right, you will be penalized $250 per eligible employee. You can get an extension. However, if you pass the 180 days, right, they will additionally penalize you $500 per eligible employee. So think about this. If you don't do this at all, that's a total of $750 that you're going to be losing to the government, right, to be penalized. So give us a call. Give us a call here at IEG Group. Two and I are with Emeritus Financial, and we also provide 401k plans for you. That way, we can help you hands-on explain how the process works, what are the costs, and what are the benefit of having a sponsor, a employer-sponsored 401k program for your employee.
Yeah, and if you are the head of your company and you don't know anything about admin side, hey, get your HR or whoever. And if you are not and you are running your own business with your own employees, give us a call anyways. Our contact information will be below. Reach out to us, email, shoot us a text, message us here, post a comment here. There's many ways to get in touch with us. But yes, it is important because it is mandated.
And the best part is, if you are within Fresno County or the Central Valley, you get local hands-on individuals that we will come and help you walk your employee through the process and show them how to log in to their dashboard and manage their retirement plan too.
Yep. So you get that VIP service if you are here, near and dear to us. So, Rosie, what are we going to be talking about today, Rosie?
Alrighty, so for today's Financial Friday topic, we will be talking about investing or investments.
Woo!
Yep. And there's
Money,
more
money,
than
money.
to just one type of investing.
What? There's more?
Yep.
Money.
There's stocks, real estate, business investor, and in yourself. So
I like the last one, investing in myself.
So starting with the first one, stocks. Can you guys explain what a stock is, or where and how to start investing?
Well, I'll answer what a stock is, and I'll let my buddy old pal over here, Va, kind of go over what he's already been going. If you have been watching Financial Fridays with us, how to invest, how to start. But a stock is basically you're basically becoming an owner. If you own a stock, you are owning a percentage of the share of the company. So take, for example, and we are neither sponsored nor do we speak for them, but let's just throw Apple out there. If you own a stock of Apple, you therefore are a owner in the company of Apple.
I have a long call on Apple as a disclaimer. Yeah, according to Investopedia, a stock, also known as equity, is a security that represents the ownership of a fraction of a corporation.
Yeah. So
yeah,
different companies have different fractional shares and stuff like that, and the stock valuation is dependent upon the market. So that's not too hard, but let's get to where do you start, Va?
so you can get started by using Robinhood. Again, you can use our affiliate link, Robinhood, on the bottom, right? We are not sponsored by Robinhood, but if you use our affiliate link, too, we'll get a free share, and you get a free share of
Yes.
stock. It's random. One time, when I refer my sister, I got a free share of Facebook.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you can get started with any broker, right? So like, there's a lot of brokers out there. So opening a broker stock is like opening a bank account. So you could go with full service brokers like TD Ameritrade, Charles Schwab, or you could go with the new trending app services like Robinhood, Webull.
Yeah.
So
There's other
And-
ones like M1 Finance out there too, but yeah, it's so easy to do it now,
and
right?
they will ask for all your personal information, social security number, all the good stuff, right? Because it's like opening a bank account.
Yeah,
all right?
legally they have
Yeah,
to.
and sometimes they do ask for people to take a photo of their ID too. Sometimes I haven't done it in a long time, so I mean it's been so long since I've done it. But opening is pretty easy. All you gotta do, look, click on that link below, go through the process, right? You know, put some little pocket change in there, you know, and then bam, start buying your stocks. Buy low, sell high for beginners. But if you're pretty like crazy like me, I buy high and I sell low.
And if you don't want to know more about that, keep listening to our podcast. Va does give out nuggets, and so we do tend to go over the basics of it as well. But it's not hard. You just have to do your due diligence. You have to just kind of learn for yourself. It's important, right? And we will talk about yourself later. But yeah, that's pretty much it for stocks. I was telling Rosie earlier today, these first few videos is going to be kind of an overview of what we're talking about, right? So that when you guys are starting to subscribe to our channel, so don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up. But as you're subscribing to it, you're going to know what we're going to be talking about, what this channel is about, what this podcast is about. We have Wisdom Wednesdays on Wednesdays, obviously, and Financial Fridays. But we will be going into details. So like in the future, like actually stocks and how to start and how to invest in it. And
We'll have a full
strategies.
segment on
Yeah,
it. We'll have a full
It'll be
segment
its
on
own
it. Yes.
segment.
And then we'll even have like a full segment with share screen and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
So yeah. So after you get into the stock, like what can you do to? Let's say I have 500 shares of AT&T. Right. What do I do next? I do have 500 shares of AT&T. 601 to be specific.
Well, there's a lot of strategies, right? And just like how we're all different, everybody's goals are different. Everybody's trading strategy should be different as well, depending on your circumstances, your situations, what you really want out of it, right? And so when
I
you have a
see.
foundation and you understand what you really are trying to get out of it, like some people might just be wanting to day trade it and make a profit and sell it, and buy it and sell it real quick. Some people may just want to put an option on it and just collect rent, right? Some people may want to hold it in their long-term portfolio
The
and
technical
collect
phrase
dividends.
is collect premium
Collect premium, okay. And
on
then,
options contract.
yeah, okay. But I said rent so that people will get to understand. But that's right.
Isn't it crazy how like you say collecting rent on stocks and people look at you like,
Yeah.
huh? Like you could do that?
Yep.
Like, that's legal? Yeah.
Yeah, I never even heard that you could do that.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
And Rosie's learning right alongside with us.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of strategies you can do after you have the stocks. Actually, before you have it too,
okay.
there are other strategies too. But we're not gonna beat this
Get
dead
into the
horse.
details
And
yet.
we're gonna we'll move on to the next topic.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
what do we have next?
Well, our next one is real estate. How do you start? And do you need credits to do that?
Yes and no.
Yeah, well, real estate. See, the good thing about real estate is this, right? Do you need to own a share of Apple? No. But do you need a place to live? Everybody needs a place
Yeah.
to live, right? So that is why real estate is one of the hardest, and it's always been one of the longest standing investments that people can make in, right? And so when they say real estate, they're talking about houses, right?
yeah.
Living spaces, right? Real estate is kind of, there's a lot of nuances to get to know real estate, but getting into it, people think of that as hard, but it's really not hard. I mean, you could really actually invest into real estate with no money down.
Yes.
No money in your pockets.
Yeah, and there are programs out there that will do 100% finance your loan. But to get started, what you could do is work with a realtor and then work with the loan officer. So if you're looking for a
okay.
realtor, you contact my buddy Ye Her, the president of the Hmong Chamber of Commerce, or if you need loan, you can contact Tu Lee, the CEO of Rise Inc. This
Yeah.
guy right here, with the loan. And pretty much, this is how I would get started. What I would do is I will have a realtor that I work with already and a loan officer. So what I'll do is I'll let my realtor know that, hey, I'm looking, I'm interested. And then I will go to my loan officer and say, hey, I'm going to apply for pre-approval. So once I get a pre-approval letter, I'm gonna go to my realtor and say, let's start looking.
Yeah, and these days, it's so important to get to have that pre-approval before you start shopping, or else you just window shopping. And a good friend of mine, she was looking for a house. She's like, hey, how do I get it started? I've been looking at houses. I'm like, yeah, that's great. Get an idea of what you're looking for. Get an idea of what the market rate is going for. But let's get that pre-approval going, because you might find the perfect house, and then you try to work on the pre-approval. By the time it's there, it's already sold, because right now it's a seller's market. There's more buyers than there are inventory. So
And so to answer your question about do you need credit, if the answer is yes, then you need credit because you're gonna finance your house. You're gonna take out a loan.
Okay.
Yeah, but if you pay
I see.
cash, like you don't really
you
need.
don't really need credit.
Okay.
And then there is also another way to do like wholesale or seller finance or bubble, but that's a different topic. That's like
we're not
very
even gonna get into
complex.
that. Yeah.
I got a
Okay,
buddy
I
named.
see.
I'm gonna do a shout out to Tu Vang. He's pretty good at that. So one of these days we're gonna invite him to talk about that when we do the real estate segment.
Yeah, he's very good at what he's doing. He's getting even better as the days go by, and we need to get him in here so he can give us a few nuggets too, right?
Okay, so there's more than one way to invest in real estate? Or
Yeah.
is it just all like just to buy on a house and then
Well, okay,
rent it
so you, just as a basic foundation, right? It's kind of like stocks, right? You can buy low and sell it when it's high, or you can collect rent,
Yeah,
like
or you
literally.
or you could buy a rental home, or like as a starter. So let's say for you, Rosie, let's say that you finish nursing school and you got a really cool job, hanging out with me at the VA. And you make $80,000 a year, and you buy your first house, right? And,
yeah.
let's say that you met the love of your dream, and you and your husband don't have kids, right? That's a perfect scenario. Okay, you and your husband or you and your significant other could buy a duplex, right? And then
yeah.
you could rent one out.
Oh,
you could do
I
that.
see. Okay.
But if you have a big family like me, then you can't really do that. Yeah. So. Like,
Well, you could, but then you'd be living in both
Yeah,
the duplexes,
no,
which,
Yeah.
which defeats the purpose.
or you could buy a house. You don't even have to live in it. I mean, you could start with buying a house you live in first, because why pay someone's mortgage when you pay your own mortgage, right?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And then
yeah.
after a while, if you have enough equity or money, you could buy a rental home and rent it out. So you
Okay.
and when you rent it out, let's say you buy a house and your mortgage is $1,000, and it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and it rents for $1,500. Well, guess what? You collect the $1,500, you pay your mortgage, you have $500 monthly profit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's a lot of other outside the box ways to do it too, right? Like my neighbor, she has a 5-bedroom house. She only needs one. She's old, she's by herself. She rents out the other 4 bedrooms. So it's kind of
okay.
an Airbnb type of thing, short-term stay kind of thing. But yeah, there's so many ways to do it. So don't just think that, I have to buy and then rent it out. There's so many ways to do it. There's a bird
Okay.
strategy. There's a lot of ways
There's a lot
to
of
do
ways.
it.
And also, like, if you don't want to physically own the real estate, there's real estate investment trust funds that you
Yep.
could buy into. So it's like
You let them do
there's
the
private and
buying.
public. So if it's a private company who invests in real estate, you could actually buy their share, and 90 REITs, they're called REITs. REITs are required to distribute 9% of their profit anyway.
Yeah.
So they give you a high dividend return on your investment. Yeah.
Okay.
So there are and then or you could just buy the REIT stock and and collect the dividend.
Okay.
So
Okay.
lots of way to skin this.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when we talk about investing in real estate, that's like what Voss said earlier. It's not technically the house you live in, although if you buy a duplex or a triplex or a fourplex, you can rent it out. So that's kind of investing too. Or like I said earlier, you can rent out your bedrooms. That's now you've just turned into not your living home, your residential home, but now it's kind of an investment too. There's a lot of ways to do it. And just a quick note. Real estate has been appreciating about 4.7% over the last 10 years, at least, at the minimum, the last 10 years. So that's about a 5% appreciation there. So, and it's still going up, but.
Cool.
All right. Moving on to the next one.
What? What's the problem?
What stopped recording? I knew it. I heard
It's
it
okay. We'll
click.
just have us like this. Don't worry.
Just go ahead and hit the start again. Or
mean,
is it out of battery?
You could just cut this part. Right? After
Yeah.
we talk about next thing, you cut it and then edit. How about that?
Okay.
Why does it die like that? Piece of crap.
The batteries are old.
You can just edit it. All right.
Oh no, it has the power play. It shouldn't die. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So
It's all right.
edit-
LT, edit this out,
We
Eddie.
can start with business investors. Go ahead.
Okay. So in 3, 2, 1.
All right, so moving on to the next one, it's investing or business investor. So, reading just that, is it just investing in your own business or others' business, or can you guys explain about what that means?
Well, there's a lot of ways to invest in business, right? Like people think that you have to save up all this money and go get a shop and open up your own thing, figure out what you want to do. But technically, you don't really need to do that. I mean, for example, McDonald's, right? It's a franchise owned. They have franchises, so you can be a franchise owner. So you don't really have to. I mean, you got to have liquid out cash, and you got to go buy into the system. But that's what they're talking about, investing in a business. And I don't think McDonald's is a bad investment at all, right?
I want to own a McDonald's.
Yeah, so I was doing some research, and then the numbers may have changed. It's been about 2 years since I looked into it, but one of a good buddy of mine was telling me that to start investing to get a McDonald's franchise, you need about $3 million liquid cash,
Ooh,
and then
that's a lot of money.
yeah, but
Yeah,
that all goes
it
into like the
is.
franchise fees, finding a place for you. They're gonna find you a place. They're gonna inventory, payroll, a buffer and stuff like that. And then you get to go to Hamburger University where they're gonna teach you everything about McDonald's, because they want you to set you up for success. But yes, that is a big chunk of change, and many of us, including myself, we don't have that. But there are other business investments out there too. Like you see all these deli dishes popping up, Subways and stuff like that. Those are also franchise owned as well. Of course, you can always invest in your own business, right? Like if you're good at something, you can always start your own business. That's also investing in a business.
Okay.
Or you can invest in a mom and pop shop. There are many businesses, like let's say laundromats, restaurants that mom and pop has owned for the last 30 years, and they're about ready to retire, and they're trying to get out. I mean, what choices do they have? They're either going to just say, okay, close shop, buy, or they're going to try to sell it, and you could come in at the right time and take over it. Make sure you do your due diligence, and you look into the records and make sure that they are, it's what you were looking for. But yes, there are many ways to do it.
And Va, do you have anything else to say about that? About investing in businesses?
Yeah, to mention about franchise, but there's like if a business owner has a business and they need fund, you could actually fund their business and get royalty or percentage too.
Oh, okay.
Or also like you don't have to. It doesn't have to be money. Like you could actually help with your intellectual property, and then you get some return on it. So like one time,
okay.
I was doing a project and they pay me some money for it, or like they pay, like let's say if like a business don't have money to hire a consultant and someone to help them, and let's say that if I'm gonna help them from start to finish and stuff, and I'll take like 2% royalty for the rest of my life, So that you could do something like that too.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, and we kind of talked about royalty income in our last episode.
Yep.
Here on Financial Fridays, and we will get more into details about that. But yeah, like I said at the beginning, there's so many ways to do business. What I was just talking about is just the most common one, the one that people know most about. And yeah, we will get into all the details of the nitty-gritty of all the ways you can invest in there.
Okay, now moving on to the last one. Va, you said that this one was your favorite. So, what do you want to say about investing in yourself? Or, like, what is that? What does it mean?
I think investing in yourself could be hard and could be easy, because like if you don't know what to invest in, you're gonna always be wondering.
Yeah.
So one way to invest in yourself is to find a mentor.
Okay,
is
yeah.
sometimes you have to pay for the mentor, but sometimes you don't. I This is just my opinion. I think if you're paying for a mentor, you're not going out enough. Like, your circle is not big enough, and so yeah, I think that finding someone that's more genuine would be better because so they could
But
help
what
you
if your
invest in
circle is
yourself.
very small and you don't know where to go? Would it be a good choice to at least start somewhere?
No, you should call me. Seriously,
That's where I was
Yeah.
trying to get to. Give us a call, IEG.
yeah.
We're actually contracted SBDC
like,
business consultants, so
you're in
we
college
know
right
what
now.
we're talking
Yes.
Right? You're in college
Yes.
right now, so like, tell us what you're doing in college.
Well, I am majoring in pre-nursing, and as far as I know, that's all I have in plan. I work here, and I model, uh, just for fun here and there, and that's all that I do.
So after you finish your major and you get your licensing,
Yeah.
right? What's gonna happen next?
I find a job.
That's correct, right?
Yeah.
Because in order to be a nurse, you gotta go through that process.
Yeah.
So you're investing in your future career.
about. Yeah.
Yeah.
So right now you're going to school. You got to pay for college too, you know, because it costs an arm and a leg, like literally an arm and a leg to go to college. You know,
Yes, these days, literally.
so that's one way of investing in yourself.
Uh,
Yeah, and also investing in yourself could also be like exposing yourself to things that you don't know about. You know, yeah, or learning things, or just taking the time to learn how to build something that you could sell to people, or taking the time to learn about something. Right? So
There's so many. Excuse me. There are so many ways that you can invest in yourself. To me, investing in yourself just means continually growing, continually learning,
Yeah.
and finding your niche, finding something that you are both passionate about, or if not passionate, at least you find that, hey, I'm pretty good at this. And then you just find a way to monetize that.
yeah,
I mean,
okay.
one of the coolest things about investing in yourself these days, look at YouTube. Look
Yeah.
at how many people invest in themselves by watching other YouTubers,
Yeah.
the ones who pioneered what YouTube was, and now you can't even count how many YouTube channels there are out there, and many of them being monetized. Now, of course, the income they make is dependent upon their content and themselves, and they fill up the gamut of the whole spectrum, from nothing to a couple $100,000 a month. But if you invest in yourself and you just find something, you provide value to the world, then that value usually comes back in the form of money, compensation. So invest in yourself, continually learn. Keep watching our podcast if you don't have anything else to watch, but watch others as well. Like, don't just watch ours. Watch everybody. Watch everything. That's what I do. I watch YouTube and I learn, and some of those guys and gals are my mentors, and they don't even know it.
So yeah, and like Rosie, like you choosing to come work for us is also investing in yourself.
Yeah.
Because like obviously we don't have a lot of money to pay you, right? So but you're using your time to learn new things and stuff, right? And there's so
I
many
see.
ways to
Yeah.
invest in yourself. One of the things that I always say is that if you can't find anyone, like two already said YouTube already, but if you can't, like if you really have a hard time finding anyone, just come down here. Like come down here to Rise Inc. and just talk to any of us. They can talk to you too, because with your experience, you could actually be inspirational for someone younger than you or someone older than you who wants to do what you're doing, you know, and they haven't done it. Like, I mean, I always thought
Yeah.
about going to nursing school because you're just in like your first 2 years, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's a great opportunity to ask you, how did you get started, And then one last thing is that there is an abundance of aggregated information on the web.
Yes.
You could pretty
Oh,
much learn how to
yes.
do almost anything on YouTube. The hardest part is knowing which keyword to search to find the right video.
Yep.
that's
that
hard.
is
Yep.
true.
Very, very true.
Yeah. So if you're telling me that you don't know how, me, if I was to be honest, I would just be like, you just don't want it bad enough. For reals. I'm like, if you want to learn how to do something, you want to make money doing with something, you just gotta look it up. I mean, the internet has changed so much for us. Back in my days, I didn't have the internet. I had to go to the library. And most of the time, the library, when I got there, the book I needed was already checked out. And so I was out of luck because I was one of those procrastinators who didn't go until my assignment was almost due. And it always happened to be that book I needed ain't there. The encyclopedia I needed wasn't there. Google is the encyclopedia now.
So yeah, so just to wrap up for what today's topic is. Today's topic is investing, and we touch a little bit on stocks, real estate, business, and investing in yourself. With that said, let's talk about some giveaways.
Yes, so again, we will be giving out this two-way dash cam once we reach 1,000 subscribers. And once a week, we will be giving away, I believe, 8 of these, right?
One of these.
One of them.
One of these,
Yeah.
but then for 8 weeks.
Yeah.
Yes. And this is a Jumbo Juice card. It's a buy one, get one free, and it works 6 times. All you need to do is to subscribe or be subscribed and comment Jamba in these videos. And I think that's all. Do you guys have anything to add?
No, I think that is it. We want to just thank you guys for continually watching us. We hope that we are providing value to you guys. And like I said, I know most of this is just basic talk, right? We're not really dropping any nuggets yet. Maybe it is for some, right? You never know. That's why when we developed this podcast, we're like, you know, we could start more advanced, but you know what? I want it to be for everybody. I want it to be inclusive. Somebody who's out there searching but doesn't know, who don't even know what the basics of what a real estate investment is, what a stock investment is, anything that we talk about. So we want to be inclusive, and that's why we're starting it this way. But keep watching us, subscribe, give us thumbs up, keep supporting us. We thank you for your support, and yeah, we will keep getting more deeper and deeper into the rabbit's hole, which I don't think me and Va has found our way out yet, right?
No, we're stuck in there. Well, thank you guys, and we'll see you guys next time. Signing out.